I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie, we gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me. Hands to the sky, not questioning where my life is. Cause right now, I'm getting life in. Fast money, homie, tell me what the price is. On my way to New York, tell him how life feels. Great big dude, carry my own weight. Was taught at a young age, put food on my own plate. I go hard, yeah. Any means, I do what I gotta, but I won't do anything. Money over bitches, boy, amongst many things. My niggas straight street, turn butter into cream. Niggas screaming they got dough, but nothing is what it seems. Fast money, we do it big. Keep your focus right here, you know. Who run it? We run it. Who does it? Like we does it. We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie, we gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me. I'm about to take flight, homie. No landing gear. Cause life seems much better from up here. I feel good on that laid back shit. I'm trying to get my money tall on that made back shit. How they told me to put her on the corner and make that quick. Then send her to the club like shake that shit. Yeah, doing me, staying in my lane. Most of them change over change. Give a fuck about a rim or a change. If my family
didn't have enough time for them. Well, maybe they weren't worth your time. They laughed at my dreams and my goals. Well, maybe they were embarrassed because they didn't have it. Maybe their dreams were really nightmares.
Who run it? We run it. Who does it? Like we does it. We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie, we gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me.
Maybe their dreams were really nightmares. Maybe their lives was really just a horror story. They said I changed. Maybe they were just jealous because they didn't change. Maybe they were ashamed because they didn't change.
Who run it? We run it. Who does it? Like we does it. We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie, we gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me. Hands to the sky, not questioning where my life is. Cause right now, I'm getting life in. Fast money, homie, tell me what the price is. On my way to New York, tell him how life feels. Great big dude, carry my own weight. Was taught at a young age, put food on my own plate. I go hard, yeah. Any means, I do what I gotta, but I won't do anything. Money over bitches, boy, amongst many things. My niggas straight street, turn butter into cream. Niggas screaming they got dough, but nothing is what it seems. Fast money, we do it big. Keep your focus right here, you know. Who run it? We run it. Who does it? Like we does it. We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie, we gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me. I'm about to take flight, homie. No landing gear. Cause life seems much better from up here. I feel good on that laid back shit. I'm trying to get my money tall on that made back shit. How they told me to put her on the corner and make that quick. Then send her to the club like shake that shit. Yeah, doing me, staying in my lane. Most of them change over change. Give a fuck about a rim or a change. If my family
didn't have enough time for them. maybe they weren't worth your time. They laughed at my dreams and my goals. Well, maybe they were embarrassed because they didn't have it. Maybe their dreams were really nightmares.
Who run it? We run it. Who does it like we does it? We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie. We gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me.
Maybe their dreams were really nightmares. Maybe their lives was really just a horror story. They said I changed. Maybe they were just jealous because they didn't change. Maybe they were ashamed because they didn't change.
Who run it? We run it. Who does it like we does it? We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie. We gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem, homie. Why you mad? 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 Why you hating on me? Don't be mad. 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 Can't get it like me. Hands to the sky, not questioning where my life is. Cause right now, I'm getting life in. Fast money, homie, tell me what a price is. On my way to New York, tell him how life feels. Great big dude, carry my own weight. Was taught at a young age, put food on my own plate. I go hard, yeah. Any means, I do what I gotta, but I won't do anything. Money over bitches, boy, amongst many things. My niggas straight street, turn butter into cream. Niggas screaming they got dough, but nothing is what it seems. Fast money, we do it big. Keep your focus right here, you know. Who run it? We run it. Who does it like we does it? We the shit, that's it. I would say it if we wasn't. Try to stop it, homie. We gon' put some problems on them. Nigga, what you hating for? Tell me what the problem.
Hey, South Africa shit, nigga. Overseas shit. Yeah, Turkish shit for these South Africans. You hear me?
Get it right.
You hear me? From Chi-Town to South Africa, you hear me? From America. DJ motherfucker Abika. Palikwe. Let's get it. Let's go. Huh? Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na.
I was gone for a little while, man.
Oh, na na na.
A whole bunch of shit changed. These new niggas got me like,
oh, na 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 na.
I come back and niggas done changed for the worse.
Damn.
Man, they got softer than they were at first.
Right.
These Lil Uzi verse, niggas with skirts. I'm not a believer, but Lord have mercy. Hurts me the urgency, this is just cursory. You should converse with me, see how it hurts me. There should be a limit. What the fuck is Percy? What the fuck is Percy? There's an emergency, not till infinity. They just subliminally push femininity. No masculinity in this vicinity, losing their mind. Kennedy told me she missed me, but never would visit me. Now it's fuck you, she asked what's gotten into me. Somebody rimming me, she just offended me. We met the end of me, bitch, you won't end me. During prison, living wall to wall. Was dreaming Cartiers and Audemars. To private shopping sprees and Audemars. From the weakest bitches to some muscle bros. Seen cuz blow a $500,000 from a settlement, that shit was madness. Back at the beginning, that's the definition. Acting like you never really had shit. Cause we ain't never really had shit. Except a triple beam plus a couple dreams. Toast a couple lean, blow some gasoline with promethazine, boost your self-esteem. Was used to watching auntie in the kitchen, baking soda, cultivate the motivation. It changed via legal complications. I had cases, then a bunch of allegations. It was heartbreaking, like
oh, na 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 na.
The time for remorse would have been when my husband was yelling to free. That would have been the time for him to show some type of remorse or some type of care for another human being's life. He was screaming 11 times that he can't breathe.
Oh, na 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 na.
How could we put our trust in the justice system when they fail us like this?
Oh, na 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 na.
All I know is the Coco dressing like Cobos. Now I'm at Bella Popo. From the streets of Chicago, even to Africa. Talk is a no-no. Fed taking pictures to order me. Talk about shit that they never did. Moving it right out my mama crib. Davin's gon' chop like Karate Kid. Look what you made, no apology. Blood diamonds all on me, fuck the economy. Middle finger, who in front of me? Diamonds gon' shine, they on high beam. Real nigga rock with me, high beam. Hoping they follow me, I build a colony, I am a prodigy. She wanna fuck the Somali freak. Baltimore pain, that's a part of me. Arizona, we can't breathe. Michael Brown had his hands up. Go make a stand if you stand up. Down to die like a mother, like Trayvon and Martin. We marching in hoodies, rifles and bullets. Try and we pull it. The revolution not televised, so they lie on the footage. And I'm never gonna leave cause I planted some seeds. If I die then I'm rooted. Payback for Cougar, who gon' refuse this? Building the empire Lucius. Lions, tigers, bears fighting you scared. We highly prepared, shit to be like his last. I kill it like 5 shots. Got them loving my vibe now, like
Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na.
Spirit of rebellion or revolution began to spread among the masses of black people in this country. And they began to take an active part, and they showed that they weren't confined to this non-violent approach. Then the government or the power structure began to sit up and take notice.
Yeah, started from the bottom, got it out the mud. Sold a couple bags, connected with the plug. Put my people on, we call it spreading love. Until my people on everything they took. They say, we been out for too long, move on. No sense of urgency, cruise on. You gon' keep sipping on them like food sauce. So you gon' wake up, bomb. Walaikum salam, ring the alarm. Arm, leg, arm. Heads for every soul that was lynched off the edge. Malcolm, Martin, Garvey, Harriet, and Fred, all our leaders is dead. I know they hate us, but they cannot fade us. We are the greatest. Granny Shannon got me looking like lasers. Hope it's contagious. Streets corner seem to beef on them. You either die survive or you sleep on them. Lost a lot of niggas RIP for them. They wish somebody would've reached for them. Told moms we was gonna make it out. She said make sure you don't make it back. Watch what you say, cause if you call them out, then they gon' make sure they come take it back. Like
oh na 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 na. 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 Oh na 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 na.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon. We're back with another show. I told you last week that had a very special show with my man David Jaffe. I haven't spoken to him on air in a minute, you know what I mean? Oh, look my hair down, man. I haven't spoken to him in a minute, you know what I mean? So thank you for making up. We're gonna have a good show today as you guys come in. Not this photo, but thing. As you guys come in, type some chat, we're gonna shout you out. We're gonna have a good show here today, man. So everybody rocking out live. We in here though. We are live.
Doing the show? Oh
yeah. Because it takes 45 minutes to kick in. I want to see what it feels like to just take one. Because maybe what you're saying, I would have that experience and I would go, oh, that sounds great. Hang on, let me go get it. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead.
We're gonna switch this conversation. We're gonna switch this conversation up. They don't need to know about that.
We are live. We are live. We are live. We got 121 people watching, and we got 54 likes. I need 150 likes tonight before we can start this show. Please, Rarios was good.
Shout out to bro.
Fazel was good. Swordfish. Stop 6 Doc in the house. Saltiest Gaming was good.
What's up, bro?
Calvin Man was good.
What's up, bro?
We got Hanzo Beats.
Shout out to him.
Cree Ross was good. He said, "What's up, Z and Jaffe?"
What's good?
Yeah, man. David DRC, what's good, man?
What's up, brother?
Mario Heat in the house.
For sure.
My brother Jazz, what's good, Jazz? We got Juan Castillo. We got Weatherman, what's good? King Reaper in the house.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, it says Nine Vegeta. Hit that like button when I call your name. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
That's bro.
Yeah. Ballin' harder. He said hit the like button.
That's bro.
We got the real Coolito. Not the fake one, but the real one.
The real Coolito. Yeah.
Link 2K1 was good.
That's bro.
Gamer O'Malley in the house.
That's bro.
Mario Heat.
That's bro.
Jason Creed, Ghost of New Orleans. Hey, by the way, y'all, if you are members of the channel, Z is going to drop the link here in a few. Go and check out the latest behind the scenes stuff. Guaranteed shit has went left, all the way left. So be sure to check that out. We got Ghost of New Orleans in the house. Rap was good, Enrique. Over there with the basement Radio Arcade podcast. Heath Stevens, my brother, what's good?
Heathen, what's up, baby?
On top cowgirl position. What's good?
Shout out to him.
Eric Lennon, what's up? Erodimus in the house. What's good, brother? What else? We got Jaffe in the chat yelling at folks. We got Doggy Style position in the house. What's good? Oh man, OG Proficial. What's good, bro?
That's bro.
Hey, Cricket Crate was good. Cricket Mate was good. Sweetness Gaming was good.
Shout out to Sweetness.
Justin Y in the house.
Justin Y, shout out to him.
Mr. Glass. Oh man,
Mr. Glass. Good movie.
CZ, you can't say nothing, man. Go come. Yesterday you talked about Samuel Jackson and Glass, and all of a sudden
we got a Mr. Glass here.
Yeah. Jacob Tupia was good. Phil Spencer, Savior of Xboxes in the house.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Phil.
Bam React. Hey, I need. Can we hit the like button, folks?
Come on, man.
It's been stuck on 75 for the last 30 minutes.
I got the God mic right here, man.
Hey, got the God mic.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry Beasley in the house. Sandwolf. No, we're going Sand Goof. What's good, brother? Ty Kid 86 in the house.
That's bro. Shout out to him.
Ari Bing Bong. What's good? We got K Freeman. We got Isaiah YT. My brother. What's good?
What's up, bro?
Sergeant 7. Daniel B. Uvu G Rich in the house. One typical Latino. What's good? What's good? Wolf Blood. What's good? Wolf Blood. Aziza in the house. Who else we got? Fourth Ward Gaming.
Just bro.
Med Ryan. C-Tech in the house. What's good? Coldest Ice. Paid his bill. Tip Diamond with the $5.
Whoa.
Donations. What up, Z, J-Dub, and David Jaffe? Smash that like button. He said, "Oh yeah, Z, I'm all layered up. You'll be served, fuck nigga." Facts. Man.
Throw me out.
Got it. We got Gamers Play HUD Zero. What's good? Brian Carter, my brother. What's good? Aladab was good. Stranded Ninja in the house. We got Victor Alistine was good. Mr. JTK is here. We got AP the Shooter. Yeah, he ready for the foolery. Trey Mack was good. Carlos Alvarado is in the house. Hit the like button. Come on, man. We need more. At least give me to 100. Y'all being stingy tonight. Give me to 100.
Jesus.
Zero Requiem. The Dream. Neon Berry in the house. Tank 4632.
Tank.
Stinger 77. Daniel B. Ebby Ebb, what's good? Mark Hayes, Pedro Mata.
And that's the show. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, Jaffe, tell them to hit that like button, man. They being lazy tonight. I don't
hit
know
the
why.
fucking like button so we can start the goddamn thing. This is like going to a high school graduation and you're like waiting for your name to get called or your kid. It's like, Jesus fucking, you want me to do it? I'll do it fast. I'll fucking do it fast.
Talk fast.
Where are these names you're reading off? Where are they?
Talk your shit.
In the chat, right here. LBK Legend.
That might be a little bit early. That might be a little bit early.
Look. See, you see that Z? When Jaffe tell them to hit the like button, they hit the like button. But when my ass tell them to hit it, they just ignore me. That's
it went to 100 that fast?
You see what I'm saying? They had 110 already.
Let me tell you something. The reason you can I chime in here? I just took some marijuana, so it's going to be kicking in. Listen to me. If I'm in your audience right now, I'd be going. Listen, I mean, just think about this for a goddamn minute. You're going. Welcome to the show, and then all the show has been so far is reading names of strangers, and you're going, hit the like button for what? What am I supposed to say? That's good content? Come on, man. Wait till we get into the goddamn show, and then it's like, oh shit, this show's good. Unless you guys, I mean, damn.
Oh man, Jaffe don't want me to do the roll call no more. Oh man,
let me ask you a question.
You want roll calling, right, brother? You want roll?
I ain't calling y'all motherfuckers names no more.
No. Just
say fuck them.
Let me ask the chat. Does anybody in the chat like the roll call?
Type 1 if you like the roll call.
Listen, David. We got a bunch of cheap bastards, right? They don't want to do super chat, so this the best shine they gonna get, right? For nothing.
Why give them the shine at all? Tell them to fucking pay for the shine. They're getting free content.
Hey, listen. You got a point. Brother. I ain't gonna argue with you there. Gamer O'Malley with the $2. Got my astrophysics degree from Grids fuck nigga university. FN college. Oh man, stall them out.
You told me 45 minutes. That shit sound like it already kicked in.
Yeah, exactly. Jaffe took about 10 of them, guys.
I'm following your advice. You said it's supposed to make you feel chill, so I only took one. I usually take 3 of them.
Hey, boy, that boy be on cloud 20.
Well, shout out to Jaffe. He got us over our quota. Let me read this super chat and we gonna get the show started. Z. AP the shooter with the $5. Jaffe here cutting up with the heathens. Jesus. Hope you ain't on them Quaaludes, Jaffe. Huh? Pardon me. Stall me out. Oh man. Tip Diamond with the $2. Z, remind Jaffe this is a drug-free environment. Oh man, Jaffe done took over the show, man. It ain't no drug-free environment no more.
That's right.
Let's go, Z. Let's go.
All right, hold on right now.
Do me a favor. Would you remind me to tell Tip to mind his own fucking business?
Talk your
shit. Oh man, talk that shit. Tip, he said, shut your ass up, brother. Oh man.
All right. Better see you guys in real time right now. All right, we got the screen up. Bam, we ready to go. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, you guys come here to light me, be so kind. With a very special guest of mine today. I guess we got 2 more before we get started.
We got Gamers Play HUD 0.
What's up, bro? I'm gonna send you a link for your shirt too. Right after the show, brother. I didn't forget you.
Yeah, he said, listen to David Jaffe. He's speaking the truth. What's up, dog? What's up? What's good?
For sure.
Then we got Rate the Emperor with the $2. Say my name in my Beyonce voice.
Oh man, stole him out.
He want me to call his name. Oh man, let's go.
All right, and LBK.
Oh wait, we got LBK with the $5. He said Jaffe is a sick Negro.
Oh man. But anyway,
Tip Diamond with the $2. Stall me out. Oh man, let's go.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, since the last time we convened, Jaffe, probably what last time what's. Shit, maybe 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, about 4 months ago.
Couple months ago.
A lot have changed, right? A lot have changed since since the last time we talked about. But I remember one of the other shows we did before, and just to refresh your memory, and saying that a lot of things, the culture at Sony may be changing. I mean, remember the conversation we had? Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Oh yeah.
And seems like things are, I say, ringing true. And one of the questions that I had for you back then, I said, with Yoshida, being PlayStation 4 being the most successful, I guess generation made the most money. They didn't sell as much probably as the PlayStation 2, but as far as overall money, you know what I mean? Several games, of the year nomination. You got, what's my man name? Herman Holst. He has his job now, right? And I was asking you, I said, I don't know if he will be the one to make the right decisions. Like, it was Yoshida said, you know what, God of War, that's not it. Put it back in the oven, when they came out and changed things like that. Now Yoshida's over the head of Mendes and a few other people. What's their first studio? What was the same? Sony, Japan, Sony.
Which one?
Japan, Sony.
Sony Japan.
Sony Japan. They're no longer here now. I think they disbanded them or moved them somewhere else.
They folded them into Asobi and a couple other places.
What? Things have changed.
Yes, ain't the only studio.
Okay, but things have changed, and something I didn't see. It's just
Xbox still ain't got no games, so that ain't changed.
Not about to start that.
Okay, my bad.
But you see now, Xbox seems like they're on a rise with the good press, with the what do you call it, with the Gamepass. Hell of a service. Gamepass is hell of a service. Now they launch it with baseball, day and date.
I mean, it's impressive, man.
Yeah. So, but what like I said, just sitting back, what I mean, just sitting back. What are your thoughts over? Did it catch you by surprise or?
Well, I mean, we were talking about it. Look, I have been saying, I know a lot of people like to kind of do the "I told you so" and fuck it, I like it too. But I mean, I've been saying along with a number of people that Game Pass is the real fucking deal.
Yes.
And that Sony is still the best of breed when it comes to making a certain kind of game that no one can touch. No one can touch them. But
facts.
And Sony also may be in a situation where, I mean, look, I guarantee you, because I know. And I won't tell you how I know, but I know for sure the last time I heard Sony was planning not to address this because these guys have consistently addressed rumors and speculation by saying nothing and then just letting the products speak for themselves. And I think there was a time they could afford to do that. And maybe they think that as well. But it's no longer just a bunch of people talking shit on YouTube anymore. I mean, there was literally an article on VentureBeat today talking about how Jim Ryan really needs to get in front of this narrative. I think, in fact, the headline of it is PlayStation boss Jim Ryan needs to create a better narrative. This starts with the hardcore fans. It gets to the press. Eventually, it's going to trickle down to the buyers. If Sony doesn't kind of step in and say, they don't have to address any of it, but they have to excite us, show us something, talk about something. And so I think a lot has changed. I think Xbox has come on super strong. I think Switch is bearing down on these guys. And I also think that you've got a younger generation of gamers that are going to play shit like Among Us and Fortnite and Roblox on tablets and PCs. And they have not had this kind of competition, I don't think, ever. Before. And the tricky part is, at least from the perception, this may not be accurate, but from the perception, they're acting like it's Sony, 2014 again. And it's like the landscape has changed. You can't win this. You can't win a different battle with the same tactics if the enemy has changed. And not only is the enemy changed, but the enemy they're fighting a war on 3 different goddamn fronts.
Yeah, good point. That is a good one. How about this? Do you think? I look at a company like Nintendo, right? And they're good at what they're doing, but they're more or less stuck in their ways, the traditional way, and it works for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works great.
But is Sony now becoming that dinosaur? Is unwilling to change with time or slow?
Well, see, that's not Nintendo. That is, in my opinion, an incorrect way to define Nintendo. Nintendo is constantly trying all kinds of crazy. One of the best GDC talks I ever went to was Iwata, who explained how they got their asses kicked with I think it was the GameCube, which led them to try some crazy shit, which led to the dual screen and ultimately the Wii. And then, recently, the Wii U was a failure, but it was an attempt. They had the cardboard, whatever the fuck that was called. They had the remote control cars, and then suddenly they hit up on the Switch. The difference between Sony and Nintendo, there's 2 big differences. One is that, they have somehow managed to continue to build. Oh, I tell you exactly what it is. But they have somehow managed to build a very successful business while still keeping the just crucial aspect of innovation and trying crazy shit as part of their DNA. The difference, though, is that Sony is not by choice, but by necessity starting to have to lose that, because part of what Sony built their brand on was expensive as fuck, and it only keeps going up in terms of production value, graphics, performance capture, professional voiceovers. Mario doesn't need that. Mario Kart doesn't need that. Smash Bros doesn't need that. And so ultimately they're going to, if they don't, in my opinion, if they don't pivot, they are going to price themselves out of the very business they currently dominate, because you're not going to be able to, people talk about sustaining Game Pass. You're not going to be able to sustain Sony first party in any meaningful way if these guys continue to keep raising the budgets. And how many games came out last year from first party? Not a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, 4.
For who? For
Sony.
For PlayStation, you had Dreams. You had
Last of Us
2, Ghost,
Tsushima, Neo 2.
Days Gone. Neo 2 is not first party. Neo 2
Days Gone was 2019. So far you've got 4. And was Death Stranding 2019?
Yeah.
Right. So what did you have last year? In 1 year, you had
in 2020 you had Ghost of Tsushima,
not Spider-Man.
No, 2020
Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Well, that came at the tail end of the year, but for the most part, you had Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and I don't know anything else that they made first party wise.
Right. So the point is, it's not that their quality is dropping; their quality is improving.
No,
but the time and the cost is going up.
Yeah, but what I was saying as far as Nintendo, like I'm not talking about the quirky thing they do that works for them. Like far as the online and the different things, the voice chat, the things.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? And not
they haven't caught up with modern times.
Yeah, you know.
I don't think they care. They haven't needed to.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But Jaffe, that's the problem, right? Is like Nintendo can afford to not give the gamers any of that stuff, and people still don't care, right? They still
because they make. But just to be clear, they don't not people. I just want to make sure we're on the same boat on this because they don't. A lot of times, people will say they don't care because it's just nostalgia, but it is they don't care because what Nintendo puts out. No one's sitting around going, I need all of that to enjoy Odyssey or Breath of the Wild or even Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart. These games are perpetually selling because they are offering the audience something they really can't get anywhere else. And, so why would they add that shit?
Okay, hold on. Let me get this few little bills here.
We shout out to Cuddy Crazy with the $2. He said, "Yo, we got Grids Fedora with the $2. Oh man, He said, "Much love to Jaffe." We got Carlos Torres with the $5. Sub Z and panel.
What's up, brother?
Sir Galahad with the $5.
Yes, sir.
Yoshida used to say, if Sony released 10 exclusives, only 4 would make money.
Sure.
Jim the Axeman Ryan only wants those hitters. Dovakin with 89 with the $2. Jaffe spitting. Yeah, I mean he's spitting those facts, man. We got and that's it. That's it.
That way conversation sound familiar.
Shout out to Rob the mod. He's a new member.
Shout out to Rob. Okay, well, as of late, I see that Jim Ryan's, I guess, with the fans, I guess the hardcore, the vocal minority wants his head on a platter. What are your thoughts about him and the job that he's doing, and or give him a chance, or this
you mean Sony, what are my thoughts on Jim Ryan?
Yeah, as he's doing overall. There's Sony fans don't like him right now. How do you say the vocal minority?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing you can really judge him on is what he's done at the moment, and I do think you have to give credit to the fact that they very successfully launched a piece of new hardware, which is a great piece of hardware with some amazing games in the middle of a goddamn fucking pandemic.
Facts.
So
Facts.
And there's no doubt in my mind, with games, yeah. Whatever you think of Jim Ryan, the fact is, or any of the conservative changes that may very well and probably are going on at Sony, a lot of them out of financial necessity. I don't think the next game from Naughty Dog is going to suffer because of it. I don't think Sony Santa Monica's new game is going to suffer because of it. So I think if you're judging him simply on what he has done, I think it's good. I think really good. I think if you're judging him on the company's direction simply based on the optics of what has been happening in the last month and specifically the last maybe 10 days, it looks awful because, but again, those are just optics, right? The problem is these guys are not getting out in front of it, and maybe their answer is we don't need to. Jaffe, do you really think you with your paltry 150 viewers and Z with his paltry 184 viewers, do you really think we need, no offense to the viewers, but do you really think we need to worry about appeasing, like you said, the vocal minority? And so maybe that's their philosophy. But for me, what I will tell you is you are seeing enough suspicious things going on from MLB with Gamepass, to the Japanese studios closing, to what's happening in Bend, to Outriders launching day one on the goddamn Game Pass, and you have to pay $70 for it on PlayStation. Nice. There's enough of all that shit going on that you start to go something. You'd think a good CEO would do something about the narrative, and suddenly now you've got VentureBeat writing about it. I mean, there's a problem.
Okay. And Outriders, huge. Not a baseball game guy, but that's huge. Is this? How should I say this? In two ways. Is this Microsoft finally, becoming the behemoth that they are? Being the industry bully. Because I ain't gonna lie. That's Sony's game. And I heard they went around Sony's back and went to MLB themselves and had the game put up their day and date. As far as the baseball game, like you think this is Microsoft being the behemoth? We're the wealthiest cats in town.
Well, I think so, and I think it's a great move because a lot of people will want to center and say, well, MLB's not. I mean, MLB is a great seller consistently for Sony, and this is only going to help Sony's bottom line so they can invest in more games. But certainly the MLB thing is not. People go, oh, well, that's not like they've launched God of War day one, or it's like, yeah, they haven't. But it's chipping away at the narrative that a lot of Sony folks use to justify the purchase of their box, which is, yes, but we have the best exclusives. And there's no lie about that. They absolutely have the best exclusives. But there is a point where that argument gets weaker and weaker in the face of these little and sometimes mid-level victories that you're seeing Microsoft have. There's only so many times you can walk into a GameStop or a Best Buy. And I saw somebody tonight tweeting, it's like, hey, they were kind of like future telling. It's like, hey, let's go play Battlefield 6. Cool. And the guy's like, oh, I got it on Game Pass. And this guy's like, okay, I got to buy it for $70. There's only so many times somebody who's thinking about a PlayStation or has a PlayStation is going to be able to hear that and then go, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. Why the fuck am I doing this, right? So I think they are, I don't know how strategic it is in terms of MLB was a big flex, but I think it is falling in line with the strategy of Microsoft, which is we're a better place to game unless you just want these super rich high-end games, and that's great, but you're only going to get a couple of those a year.
Yeah. Well, I'll say one thing to that, Dave, is that I think it was a good strategy by Microsoft, definitely with the MLB, right? If they finally got a chance to get a Sony game on their platform, and so they went for the gusto, they put it in Game Pass, bravo.
Yeah.
MLB, I was going to buy it on PlayStation 5 originally, then it was going to be, it's free in Game Pass, so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. But then the other day, but check it out. But then the other day, I mean, this was like 2 days ago. I was on the PlayStation 5 and I went down to the MLB, and it said, play this game with the 3D audio, play it with the new haptic feedback, play it with the super fast no loading, like stuff like that kind of caught my attention. And it was like, I could try it over here, but man, I really want the haptics. Man, I want the 3D. Whereas,
let me ask you a question. Do you have Game Pass?
I do.
So play it for a week. Play it for a week on Game Pass. If you like it, buy it on PlayStation.
Yes, absolutely. That's my point.
This is a sick Negro.
That's
but if you play it and you're like, it's just okay, then you've saved yourself $70.
No, mind you, I've purchased MLB every year since its inception.
Tennessee, go ahead.
Bro,
okay, so
you can't stop being a pony for 1 minute, player. Just a few seconds.
That wasn't a fanboy. I was agreeing with David Jaffe, but here comes Poster.
He said, I got my
over here. I got to pay the bills. Shut up, Poster.
Did you hear? I am baffled.
Wopzilla.
Did you hear what I hear, Z? I know you heard the same thing I heard.
Listen, that's why I still ain't got no games. Let's move on. Wopzilla with the $5. Hey, Jaffe. Sony dropped the most games ever last year. He said, "How many did Xbox release again in a pandemic, mind you?"
All right, would you like me to answer that question?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Okay, because right now
they don't play games no way. I told you. Jaffe was gonna say that.
It doesn't matter because right now, the amount of games that you can play on the Series X dwarfs, for the most part, unless you have PS Now, what you can, and those are old, what you can play on the PlayStation. And it's not that, Sony didn't drop some games last year. I'm not saying that. But let's put it this way. You think, other than Last of Us 2 and Dreams, well, not even that, other than Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, and I guess Miles Morales, you think Jim Ryan, who won't even greenlight, from what we understand, Days Gone 2, which sold, depending on who you ask, anywhere from 5 to 10 million copies, is going to continue to greenlight shit like Concrete Genie and Dreams and all these fucking small titles that you're throwing into your war chest of what Sony dropped last year? The whole issue is that the concern is that Sony is sort of turtling up and going, this shit's getting expensive, folks. Even a game that breaks even and gets a nice profit like Days Gone 2 may not be enough for us to justify pulling the trigger on a sequel. So if you think Guapzilla, if that is your real fucking name, if you think that is going to be okay and you're going to still end up with just as many games, I think you got a great point if it's possible, but it doesn't sound like that's what Sony's doing.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay,
I want to think. I'm thinking in terms of the long-term aspect of this, right? As third party get to look at the optics and the metrics of Outriders launching day one in Game Pass and MLB launching day one. In the long-term aspect, is that going to make the third-party exclusive deal harder for Sony to prevent them from getting in Game Pass? Do Game Pass become competition to Sony in terms of them signing AAA third-party exclusives?
Well,
preventing to say, oh, we could go exclusive with Sony over here, but we're looking at the metrics and the optics of Game Pass right now, and that's more tantalizing than the 2-year exclusivity deal you are asking us for.
Yeah, I mean that shifts all the time, right? If Game Pass comes out and it really changes things, then you're not going to want to sign on to PlayStation 3 era, at least the first half of the PlayStation 3 era, because you're not going to have as much people playing it. But I mean, it really depends. Like, you got a guy in the chat right now who's saying he's playing the Avengers on PS5, a game he wasn't going to buy, and that's not on Game Pass. It's like, yeah, I'm not saying PlayStation Now is a hunk of poo, but it's not the PS5 version, just so you know, it's the PS4 version. Yeah. And that is a direct reason that Sony, see, you guys are funny in a lot of these chats because you think it's a war. And I don't give a fuck if Sony, quote, wins or loses. I don't give a fuck if Microsoft wins or loses. Unless Phil Spencer's going to start sending me a check, I don't give a fuck. Okay? But I'm talking about the very fact that you're playing Avengers is probably because Sony is slowly starting to wake up and go, shit, this thing about releasing big AAA fucking games for, quote, free on these subservices, it's important, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you want to have happen. What you want to have happen is for Sony to do more of that. What you really want to have happen is for Sony to say, you know what, we're going to bite the bullet. It sucks, but we're putting the show out. Not only are we putting the show out day one on PS Now, but you know what, motherfuckers, we're putting it out a week sooner. Right? I mean, you need them to fight back, and it is like there's an analogy that I'm sure when I think of it, I'm going to go, oh, it's perfect. I know I've seen this in a movie or something where it's just like, well, you just fucking punch back, and it's like they act like there's not this threat, and it's the craziest goddamn thing.
They don't see Game Pass as a threat. They don't respect it enough yet to see it as a threat. That's the problem. Go ahead.
Well, before they disappear, I want to ask Jeffy something else.
We got the Ravenflow with the $5. The optics that Microsoft is depending on right now always get overshadowed once Sony drops a fire game. This isn't the first time and won't be the last time.
Yeah, you think? Let me ask. Yeah, but what's their next game they're dropping? Is Returnal next week, right?
Yeah.
Well, Returnal is. I could be wrong, and I love Housemarque. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Ratchet looks amazing, and I think Ratchet's a $70 game, and maybe that makes sense. Okay. But Returnal, and I love Housemarque. I love Resogun. They're an amazing developer, and maybe they will surprise us. But you're talking about a company that almost sold Destruction All-Stars for $70 goddamn dollars. Okay. And now they're about to turn around and sell a game that looks like a great fun time, and there's a really cool story, and it's a great developer. But you're telling me that Returnal looks like a $70 game compared to a God of War or a Last of Us Part 2? Come on.
To be fair, Dave, Madden it was a $70 game. NBA 2K $70, and these are just roster updates. They're the same game every year.
But because the people show up for them though.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
we got the Ichi with the $2. Days Gone 2 suffered. LOL.
True, right.
Gamer O'Malley with the $2. None of this bad PR resonates here in Europe. Okay. Cuddy Crazy with the $5. Remember, Jim Ryan said that they were focused on quality over quantity.
Great.
That's what Microsoft.
But again, and ask yourself that if you're a PlayStation fan, and if your answer is yes, God go with you. No one's telling you you're a fucking moron. But if what you're saying is, I would rather play fewer games a year, and let's say I only get 5 or 4 games a year, but they are all Game of the Year contenders. Great. Then enjoy your life. Nobody cares.
Yep.
Nobody's saying you're wrong.
You still got your third-party deals, your second.
And Guapzilla is a fucking moron. He's like talking to he's saying like, "Oh, Jaffe's only one-sided." Motherfucker, I'm telling you that Sony makes the best goddamn games on the planet in a certain genre. You can't touch them.
You hear that?
You cannot fucking touch them.
I don't disagree with that.
Right. That's right. But ultimately, if that's all you care about, then yes, go enjoy your Sony PlayStation 5.
Jaffe is talking about quality versus output, meaning that if Sony is focused on quality, you're going to get good high quality. You're going to get few of those in a year. Versus
we don't want a bunch of 69 Metacritic games.
Hold on, I don't care about Metacritic. Don't determine what I play. I'm just saying it. 23 studios, 32 teams, and still looking to buy more development. Hold on. That's not that. Don't even stop ponying, bro. Be serious for a minute. 23 studios, 32 teams. That and you looking to add more. The output of content that Microsoft is going to be able to do once they get in a stride versus waiting another 4 or 5 years for another AAA. That's what David is talking about. So he's saying if you're with that, then cool. But over here in Game Pass, I might get a game every 2 or 3 months.
You know no, not every 2 or 3 months. The cadence these guys
exaggeration. That was an exaggeration.
And you had a great argument, and then you just shat all over it. Let me tell you something.
Clip that out. It was an exaggeration. No. Dave said you was going somewhere for a minute.
You're exaggerating in the wrong way. The cadence these guys are set up for is it's not of the Netflix variety. Of course, you're not going to get 3 brand new things every fucking week, but you're going to probably get 3 to 4, some big, some middle, and obviously small, exclusive things that are free day one on Game Pass that either you can't get anywhere else or you have to pay $19 to $70 everywhere else. That is what they're doing. They know they can't retain subscribers if they only have. That's the reason that HBO Max moved Mortal Kombat to the 23rd. Because they didn't want people who subscribed only for Godzilla Kong. They knew that audience had a cross. It was similar, and they didn't want them to cancel their subscription and get both those movies in the same 30-day period, right? So Xbox knows the only way to retain is continuously to pump this new content. And so that's why they just announced 40 independent games that are coming day one. That's why they've got, what is it now, 30 fucking studios. So I'm not suggesting that they win. I don't guarantee you, but I would suggest that the vast majority of those games, if not all of those games, will not be better than the cream of the crop that Sony puts out.
Absolutely.
Oh, you got to.
Let me pay these bills. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
That's
disagree
it.
with that,
I'm
but-
gonna cut you off there. That exactly what you want to hear. None of those goddamn games gonna be better than our bangers on PlayStation. So let's move on.
This is really fucking important though, right?
Yeah.
The difference is though, there are two kinds of gamers. Right, and I'm both. There's three kinds. There's people like me, which I think are the majority, that of course we can love and appreciate God of War 2018 and go, oh my God, that's best in breed. But we can also enjoy Among Us and Fall Guys, and we can also enjoy Outriders, which certainly is not a quadruple A game, but it's fucking fun. And it occupies a couple of weeks to your life, and you move the fuck on. Or It Takes Two, which is awesome, but it's not the prettiest graphic, belle of the ball. But some people act like they only want Neil Druckmann, Cory Barlog, or nothing, and that is fine. But what I'm telling you is, if you're running a business, you guys who only think that is the only viable way to make things that are compelling entertainment software, you're just not reflective of the audience. You're a very small percentage of the audience.
I agree.
All right. We'll get these last two
we
bills.
got.
Last
Yeah,
one,
we got True Virgil with the $20. Got some info on Jim Ryan from my guy in the restroom at 7-Eleven. I had to do some questionable things, but he said Jim's pretty big down there, and that makes him good in my book. I'm a PlayStation fan.
I got a question real quick. Can I tell you how much that he paid Jim Ryan to suck Jim Ryan's dick?
Oh man.
Was $70. $70. Everything.
Man.
Jim's $70 Ryan. All right, keep going. Sorry.
There you go. Jim $7 Ryan. Oh man. Jaffe in his bag today. The Ravenflow with the $5. By the time Microsoft first party truly starts, Sony will release half of their games this generation. People forget that 2023 is pretty much mid-gen. That's true, yeah. 702 Gamer, Noah with the $2. I love my brother J Dub, $70 for controller vibration. Yes, I need it. Lord, I need it. Okay. JD with the $2. J Dub, really? Hey man. Skull Records with the $5. I'm playing the Avengers right now on my PS5, a game I was never going to buy, and now I get to play it on PlayStation. Does Gamepass have Avengers? No, it does not. LBK Legend with the $5.
What?
Post up. Say what? Jaffe saying every show and you goons don't believe him. It's because he's yeah, that's exactly what Post says. He said Post up says the same shit that Jaffe's saying right now every show, but we don't believe him. But we'll believe Jaffe. That's true. That's true.
That's
true.
You know
what? That's why I said this conversation sound familiar.
Yeah, but you know why that is. That's what privilege. That's why privilege. That's what it is.
Facts. Big facts.
They love that strong white man right there. I'm telling you.
That's like I told them. I yelled at them, hit the like button. They ignored me, but Jaffe said, "Motherfuckers hit the like button." They slammed on that like button.
I tell you.
Drillo Beats with the $5. If Sony dominated last generation against Game Pass, what would happen if this generation, if Sony came out with a Game Pass like answer? You want to answer that, David?
I think
I think Sony is going to. I don't think. I think it's going to be different out of financial necessity, and I also think it's going to be different because Sony, at least right now, makes some of the very best games on the planet. And Phil, like I said on a podcast the other day, as brilliant as Phil Spencer is as a executive, the man couldn't produce sperm. Right? He is a terrible production development manager, and he needs some fucking motherfuckers in there. But that said, though, ultimately, I think Sony's Game Pass is going to look. They're going to continue to follow, which I think is very accurate and smart. You're not going to want to put Uncharted 5 or God of War Ragnarok day one on something like Game Pass, but you are going to start seeing more and more things drop day one on PlayStation Now or PlayStation Now Plus, which is probably going to merge. And you're going to start seeing them give gamers a more transparent roadmap about when this will come to PS Now. So we know God of War Ragnarok is coming out at $70, blah, blah, blah. But just like the movies, when Black Widow hits theaters or before pandemic, you knew there was going to be like a 90-day window before it came to purchase digital. And then there was another month before it went to rental on digital. They're probably going to start establishing like an 8 to 12 month period of these big AAA games before they come. But at least they'll let you know, because our games are so much better, this shit's on the way. But hey, look, we got this brand new fucking thing for you. But you know, that's they're going to have to do something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Skull Ruckus with the $5. I respect you, David Jaffe. But when is your next game coming out? I might play that on PlayStation Now too, so that I don't have to pay full price. Oh man, yeah.
No, hey, but you think you're being like clever, but you're actually pointing to the value. Like if I don't want to make any games right now, but one of the ways I would get back into games is if somebody came and said to me, "You can make a game for one of these subscription services." The better. Well, not just that, but the freedom, the necessity, just like on Netflix, just like on Amazon Prime, just like on HBO Max, just like on Hulu, they need content to differentiate themselves. And sometimes that's really big shit, like Godzilla versus Kong. And sometimes that's weird as fuck, interesting, strange indie shit, like you see a bunch on these services. And so I think you're going to see these sub-services become a much more fertile creative playground for a lot of these designers. I think all you have to do is listen to Tim Schafer, one of the most creative guys in the business, who says we have total creative freedom for what we're putting out that's going to go day one on Game Pass. So yeah, don't pay for my game. Play it on Game Pass or play it on PS Now, because that's where the developers, I think, that you really respect. Hell, Kojima's making something on goddamn Game Pass.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that next. Yeah,
probably.
We got 3 more bills here, and then we get to the what you call it, the Kojima question. Carlos.
We got Carlos Torres with $25.
Jesus.
Put that loving line post up in that room. I am here to hear Jaffe and Z. Oh man, not like this.
Jaffe and Z are the headliners, and they're the opening act. It sucks. I'm kidding. These guys are great. I'm fucking around.
They would put Jade up in time. I'll drop him in time for 1 second. Let me get these last 2 bills here before we get to the Kojima talk, the juicy talk. Is that? I hope I ain't missing nobody.
No, I got you. Let's scroll down. We got Emmanuel A1 with the $5. I respect Jaffe for his gaming career, also for him being able to see that Xbox Game Pass is godly. Good to see him back. We got A. Peter Shooter with the $4.99. Is that the Mount Rushmore of fuck niggas in the gaming community? Grid just eat a whole bottle of Advil because he can't be on the show. Pardon me, ma'am. And then we got OVOG Rich with the $4.99. Tell him, Jaffe, pass that joint my way.
It's edibles, Rich. It's all edibles.
It's all edibles. And then we got Bay Area with the $5. JW, you talk about 69 metas. How is that 70 meta Our World Soulstorm 1440p 40 frames per second dog shit that you spent weeks capping for treating you these days? Then we got Clapper Dan with the $5. Hey Dave, this is a question for Dave. Do they absolutely need to be better than PlayStation, or just better than they currently are? I think we're talking about to the quality of games.
Yeah. Okay. So assuming you take Gears of War 5 as a base.
Benchmark.
Yeah, and then you say, okay, obviously you need to ramp that up for next gen. Okay, if they come out, and let's just say Gears of War 5 is decidedly. I mean, I love Gears of War 5, and I loved Hive Busters, but
Hive Busters was amazing.
Yeah, but from a standpoint of production value and polish, it's like a B+ title at best. At worst, it's like a B title compared to like The Last of Us or whatever. So my answer would, But my answer is that no, they don't need to be better than PlayStation. I'm sure some of them might from time to time, but if you're, I don't need the latest really cool movie on Netflix to compete with the MCU. It's a different thing.
Yeah,
and it doesn't mean I'm not going to go watch movies that Kevin Feige makes, but that's not, Game Pass is basically saying, look, we're going to give you a, you got Brian King, who's one of the hardest core PlayStation fans I know in the chat. He's like, look, man, I just want no new studios and I want new genres. And I'm like, motherfucker, that is what you're getting with Game Pass. They're basically, you're going to get so much more variety on Game Pass. And yes, it's not all going to be at the very tip top of quality in terms of production value and all that. But I mean, again, if that's what you demand, go play PlayStation only. But for me as a gamer, I would rather have more, I would rather I would rather play 10 Gears of War 5s a year than 2 Last of Us 2s a year. Only because, Last of Us 2 is brilliant. One of the best games I've ever played, but it's one game. I have other games I want to play. But that's subjective. That's my take on it.
Chumping Big Toe with the $5. What's up, guys? Good show. J-Dub is a shield. Kenta Will with $5. Sony equal Blockbuster. Microsoft equal Netflix. Seen it before. Subjective. True Virgil with the $1.99. $74, Jaffe. You dumb, gotta go. Jim's calling. Oh man! And then we got I
didn't set the price to give him a blowjob. That's what he charges, mother-fucker. It's not my job to tell him. I'm not his agent.
They might have just streamed it for $10, but who knows? Let's call records with the $5. I was making a point that if I'm going to eat, I will want a cake after I eat my steak. Not a Dollar General ground beef and a Miss Debbie $1 cupcake.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, let me say this one thing, Dave, and I agree with you with what you're saying, right?
What?
Now here's the thing about it, right? It seems like again, no. I'm just trying to put my words in there so I'm not mistaken. It just seems like there's a pass giving for one company for not going out trying to produce the very best games you possibly can, and it's like it's okay to just make, as long as it's a bunch of mid stuff, it's a great service. Whereas
you're absolutely wrong. I think you're absolutely wrong.
Me too.
Yeah. No, not you, Post. Not you, Post.
No, I'm agreeing with Jack.
I just want some clarification.
The clarification is simple. You guys are making this assumption, and that's fine if that's how you want to view games. That's great, but I play everything, right? I play everything from the I'm playing Last of Us 2 and God of War on my PS5, and I'm playing the weirdest fucking indie shit sold directly from the developers on the internet. I'm playing Sakaguchi's new RPG on Apple Arcade. I love it all. I see it all. And I don't agree with the thesis that says the best production value, the best performance, the best story equals the best game. I'm playing literally a game right now called Dorf Romantic, a game by 4 guys in Germany, which is like a single-player version of Settlers of Catan, and it has taken up more of my time as a gamer than almost any game so far this year. And that, but a lot of you guys act like you wouldn't even give that the time of day. And that's by the way, and that's fine. I respect that.
I say that all the time, David.
David, we like listen, over here on this show, man, we like women with big titties. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the flat chested thing over here. We like the beauty before brains. That's we just shallow.
It's not that I get it. It's a joke, but it's not that you're shallow, but that it's that your argument doesn't. You don't get to be both. You don't get to say I like the big titties and I'm shallow, and then think you get to have a seat at the big boy table when actually discussing business issues about business models. Well, unless you can prove that the vast majority of gamers are the big titty fans, you're in the minority. Because
they ain't never had bitch and titties
out right now. Kratos don't know what 2 games you just said. Let alone Jeff, it's crazy that everything you saying right now, I'll stand on this platform. But I'm thanking you for validating my point because they believe me.
Okay. Well, I got 2 more questions for this brother. Go
ahead.
I guess we seen the Jason Schreier whatever damn he had me blocked and he unblocked me. What the hell that's about? Never spoke to goddamn my life. With him, this backlash from him about Days Gone 2 maybe canceled. They took they was making a Last of Us, the first one, a remake, and gave it back to Naughty Dog. What are your thoughts about all this? And I seen you just recently had the director from
Sony Ben.
Yeah, Sony Ben. I'm sorry, on your channel. But what are your thoughts about this? In the grand.
Well, yeah, and by the way, Friday I will have the my understanding is the way they did it. They had Days Gone was Jeff Ross, who I just had on, was kind of like the Bruce Straley of Naughty Dog, where he was more kind of game systems and all that. And the guy who's coming on Friday is John Garvin, who was the kind of father of Siphon Filter, the director of Uncharted Golden Abyss, the writer, and then he was kind of more of the Neil Druckmann for Days Gone. So he's coming on. I'm very eager to hear what he has to say on Friday. But, I mean, if you're asking, I don't know, no one is really talking. The only thing we really have that we can go on is Jeff Ross is basically saying, not basically, literally, you can hear it in a clip from the stream we did the other day, where there's smoke, there's fire. And he's saying Jason Schreier is a good journalist. He's saying Jason Schreier, his article is accurate. It's true. He said, there might be some variables that might be a little bit, a little off here or there or whatever, but the overall article is true. He said the article was not just sourced from a couple of disgruntled assholes, but it was sourced with a diverse group of people in terms of people from various positions of power within the company. And so I think it's safe to say that there's not currently a Days Gone 2 in production. I think it's safe to say, and I don't know this, by the way, but I'm telling you, this is what I'm reading from listening to Jeff and what I'm, deducing from reading the article. And both those guys are saying this is accurate, is that there's no Days Gone 2 right now. Uncharted 5, which was, I guess, going to happen with Bend, is not happening right now. And right now, Bend is doing support work and multiplayer work with Naughty Dog. And is that true? I don't fucking know. But that's if you think Jeff Ross, who's an insider or was an insider until very recently, is telling the truth, and Jeff Ross is also saying that Jason Schreier is telling the truth, then maybe they certainly know more than I do about it.
Okay, well, this seems like he says been a tumultuous week and a half or 2 weeks for Sony, and then we had the news about Kojima. Traditionally, I guess Sony and Kojima has kind of worked hand in hand. What are your thoughts about maybe his new game? Not just coming to Game Pass, but launching first, or being exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you a couple of things about that. So, I mean, first off, all of this is rumors, right?
For sure.
Including the stuff we're talking about with Ben. Absolutely. And this, and I don't think Sony looks at it like a problem. Like I said earlier, Sony doesn't probably give a fuck that a bunch of people are sitting around on a Wednesday afternoon talking about video games. There's like, motherfucker, we're working. And that's fine. And they may be right. But there is probably going to come a point where if they don't get in front of this and say something, it's going to hurt. But I just want to make it clear that this is all speculation. Who the fuck really knows?
For sure.
But the rumor right now is that lawyers are writing up papers to get Kojima to sign an exclusive deal with Xbox. That does track with a totally different rumor that Kojima was talking to Stadia, and then when Stadia said we're not going to produce our own games anymore, that deal fell apart. There's another rumor that there's two more rumors that relate to this. There's another rumor that says Jim Ryan turned down Kojima's title. And then there's the final rumor I heard. And these are all rumors. Maybe none of them are true. But the other one I heard is that Microsoft is going to be ponying up cash to Konami to let them make a Metal Gear. With Kojima. But so my thoughts are basically, I don't care who does it, but as a fan of Kojima, I would love somebody like, I thought Death Stranding, I was stunned that they gave that guy that much money and that much freedom. but because I think it wasn't a very commercial product. Mm-hmm. But I think the idea of going to Kojima and saying, hey, man, we're going to give you, I've said this over and over before, mm-hmm. and you either agree with me or you don't, we're going to give you $15 million. That's it. But go fucking crazy. Do whatever the fuck you want. Make it exclusive. Mm-hmm. That's one of those things I'm talking about, that they can do something like that and they start dropping it. You may not love Kojima's next game. It may be too weird for the room, but that's what you got this weekend on Game Pass. Fuck, we got a brand new Hideo Kojima game, mm-hmm. right? I mean, that's the kind of shit that I think is very forward thinking and very good for game design and game players. But in terms of what's actually happening, we don't know, but I would say I would be stunned given that if Jim Ryan is not greenlighting Days Gone 2, mm-hmm. He certainly ain't going to greenlight another Death Stranding in terms of not a sequel, but in terms of something that fucking weird. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the most expensive art house video game I've ever goddamn heard of. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I'm just saying that it's not a commercial title. Mm-hmm. And so I could see Jim Ryan totally saying no thanks, Kojima. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think we had a conversation before. This was his, I guess, coming out party. Either he's going to be the some dumb goy that everyone thinks he is. I look at it more like he needs a boss, someone to reel him in. Because he just goes out there and keep going. Because I think it was pretty game to me, in my opinion. Just wasn't enough action. You know what I mean? Just over the place. The last thing, I'm sorry, I'm control.
I was just saying, I hope Xbox get exclusive Death Stranding 2. I hope they get the sequel.
No, well, Sony owns the rights, though. Sony owns the IP.
Call it something else, but I hope it's the same package delivery.
But you have Death Stranding 1, so
it was my game of the year. I love that fucking game.
I just want to ask David a question. And it goes back to the Sony thing. We want to. I just want to forecast. And I can understand why some of the PlayStation faithful are frustrated. If that article was deemed true by Ross, we're looking at it like this. We look at Ben got an unannounced title that they're working on. We don't know when that's coming or how far along they are in production. We know that they was trying to get an Uncharted remake done, but we don't know if that's coming. But we know Last of Us,
not Uncharted. They were doing a Last of Us remake. They were the VASG group was working on a Last of Us remake. I think Bend Oregon was helping. Bend, I think, was working on Uncharted 5, is what they said.
Okay, all right. So the Last of Us remake got moved back over to Naughty Dog, correct?
It didn't get moved back. It didn't start there, but it did get moved to Naughty Dog.
Okay, it got moved to. So we got Last of Us 1 remake. We got a Last of Us 2 remake for the PlayStation 5. Ratchet & Clank, God of War Ragnarok, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Those are what we're looking at right now. And so I can see why people, okay, what's after that? You're giving us these remakes and remasters. And you always hear Sony faithful scream about, well, we got new IP, we got these big triple. What's after that, though?
They have multiple teams.
Yeah, they do. And I don't think. I mean, Sony's not stupid. You know, Sony is going to be trying new shit. They're going to be putting out new stuff. But yeah, you're right in the sense that they haven't said anything yet, right? And that's here's the real question: when, if ever, and maybe the answer is never, does their lack of sharing with you the future of what's coming steer someone to buy a Switch or to buy an Xbox or to buy a tablet or a PC? Because that's when it's going to matter. Right now, like I got a guy on my Twitter saying this is just like the PS5 when Sony wasn't saying shit and everyone's like, oh, Sony's in trouble. And I've said the same thing. That could very well be what this is. And the minute they come out and start talking, all is going to be forgiven. Yeah. But there is going to come a point that when you've had a week and a month as bad as Sony has from a PR standpoint, and they still haven't said anything, and like I said, from what I understand, they're not planning on it, there is a point where it's like, fellas, this is ultimately going to start to seep into people's buying habits. And they're like, yeah, Jaffe, we're not fucking morons. We know, but we know that usually takes 5 months. We're good. And they might be. I don't know.
No, I asked that because
you remember last year. Listen, we remember last year, David. Over me. Right? No, I just want to say this real quick, right? You remember Sony had a bad week with I think it was Jason Schreier again. He talked about the crunch. He put his article out talking about the crunch, shitting on Naughty Dog, and said
that was different though. But
no, I get it. But I'm saying, right? Had a bad week. Jason Schreier put his article out. They got creamed. Everybody was against them. How dare you work these poor people to death? Yada yada yada. The game came out, broke records, made a ton of money, won most award in history. The game was great. Everyone forgot about that, moved on. You didn't have this mass fluctuation of people leaving because they were overworked or whatever, right? We see this consistently.
No, you don't. No, you do not. No, you do not.
For over the last 3 years,
no, you don't. What you just described, what you just described is a valid.
So did
it's a valid definition of the events that occurred.
Yes.
But if you're trying to suggest that is reflective of what is happening this week and last week, they're not similar.
No. You're looking at it different. I'm saying, right, because the topic right now what we're discussing is on how Sony could either address it or not address it. Right?
No, but I understand.
With The Last of Us, when that came out, Sony decided not to address it, and then all was listen. One thing about consumerism, right? These fucking gamers. You can say what you want, but all these fucking, once the game come out and everybody loves it, people will forget about it. Let me ask you a question. Are you done? Because I'm about to fucking make you look like an idiot. Are you done? Come on, Jaffe. I'm ready for you.
Do you have all your evidence?
Turn it off.
Does the prosecution rest? Because I'm about to
go ahead.
All right. Pull it up. This is what you're not under. He's not Ty in the thing says you're speaking facts. No, he's not. Because this is where you're missing the point. I agree with you. I agree with you that you are.
You agree with me. Okay.
Am I done? I agree with you that we are discussing on the surface when Sony does and doesn't respond.
But that's all I'm talking about.
It's not all you're talking about because you're conflating something incorrectly. You're making the assumption that the gamers' response to Sony not responding to crunch, if gamers didn't care or if gamers cared about a lack of response, you're saying they would not have purchased in droves The Last of Us Part 2. And I am saying the customer does what's right for the customer. So most customers don't give a fuck about crunch. Most customers don't give a fuck. You think they care how long the goddamn DoorDash guy's been driving? They just want their fucking food.
Yeah.
Right? So that mentality was on display when they showed up in droves to buy The Last of Us 2 or whatever.
Cyberpunk.
Absolutely. Because they don't care. It's performative. Yes. They can say they care.
Yeah.
But that's about as much as some liberal living in Brentwood cares about Black Lives Matter.
But that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, but you're missing the bigger point.
Okay.
The bigger point is when Sony's not responding to something that actually is hurting gamers, right? And crunch is not hurting gamers, but less games, cheaper games on the competition. Games that you have to pay $70 for on the competition, but on Gamepass you can get, quote, psychologically for free. That affects the gamers, and that they will respond differently to if this keeps going and going and going. And they're like, I mean, we literally saw in India. I know people. I'm telling you, India was the canary in the coal mine. India a couple of weeks ago. Xbox Series X for the first time in India is a huge PlayStation, market. And for the first time, Xbox Series X outsold the PlayStation. Now, yes, people will say, well, that's because there was a supply limit. You're missing the point. If you walk into a store and you're ready to drop $400 to $500 just on the hardware, and they don't have it, the number of people that are just going to go, well, I'll just spend it on something else.
Yeah.
You better give them something pretty fucking compelling. So the narrative that we're getting is that people walked into the GameStop or wherever they shop in India, and they said, I'd like a PS5, please. I'd like a PS4, please. We don't have that. Would you like to hear about Game Pass? Game Pass, what's that? Holy shit. Really? I can get all those fucking games? You know, the more the narrative gets out there and the more Sony refuses to counter the narrative, however they want to counter it, the more you're going to start seeing that become reflective in sales. That's all I'm saying. And that is why your crunch analogy or your crunch story is irrelevant, because the customer is going to get hurt if they're Sony fans and Sony doesn't respond, and then they're not going to be happy and they will change their behavior. The customer doesn't give a goddamn fuck about how hard Cyberpunk team worked to make that game. They'll tell you they do.
Yeah,
but they don't.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, it's not. No, it is not exactly. You don't.
It's exactly.
You do
That's
not get
exactly what I said.
You do not get
David, you done ate one too. You done wait. You done ate. David, you done ate one too many edibles. God damn, you can't remember what I said.
I remember exactly. I got it on. I got it on Z. I got it on Z's fucking channel.
Listen,
goddamn thing.
Listen, David Jaffe came on the show the first time and told me that Horizon Zero Dawn was not a system seller. He showed up the next fucking show and said, I never said that. Horizon Zero Dawn is a system, and I got the audio.
Hold on. We do last week, but I'm going to ask Dave one last question before I let him go. We got like 3 bills here. I'm going to ask one last question. We're going to go about his business. Enjoy his night. And they got a show to do. And so we got 3 little last bills here. And I'm asking his last little question.
Okay.
We got Link. I think the last one I see is Link.
The Link or the Trillis?
Link. It says post down.
Where we left our post?
Post down.
Okay, I got it.
Spooning for something like Samuel Jackson on Django. I think he needs medication.
Y'all. Okay. And then we got Clapper Dan with the 5 Dan. I don't understand why PlayStation can Days Gone 2, but allows Ben, who's down on talent, to make a new game that may or may not sell as well.
I don't actually know that that's happening. Let me just say that. You don't know that's correct.
Yeah.
Rumor.
It's all rumors. The Trill City 24 with the $5. What's good, Z and panel? Just stopping by. Got here a little late because of work. Going to catch up on the show later. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Who else we got? The Trillis was $2. Microsoft headset is up live on Walmart at 1. All right, cool. Appreciate that. The Trillis with $2. J Dub changed your name to Hey J Dub. You got knocked the fuck out. Appreciate that, brother. Luna Leaks with the $2. David, thanks for making Twisted Metal series. After watching the Twisted Metal documentary on YouTube, shame on Sony. If Destruction All-Stars had Twisted Metal developers team, the game would have been a 10 out of 10. How do you like Destruction All-Stars, David? That's a good question. How do you like it?
I like it. I think it's really well made. I think it's a lot of fun, but I think it struggles with retention. And I think a lot of multiplayer games do that. I just played that Dodgeball Brawl City or whatever from EA. I think that is going to bomb spectacularly. It's incredibly well made. It's got a really fun imagination. And after playing it for about 10 minutes, I got this. I certainly was bored, and I got the sense a lot of people were bored. And this was the beta last weekend. So I think Destruction All-Stars is an incredibly well made title. But it really does suffer from, I was here, I don't know this for firsthand, but I read on NeoGAF, people were talking about it, and they were saying they went online, this was like 3 days ago, and they couldn't even find a game. They had to wait in the lobby. It's a dead game. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's what they were saying. So I really like it. It was fun what I played, but after about 2 weeks, there was no Siren's Call bringing me back to want to play that game.
Yeah. We got a cute perspective.
It was $20 thank you, Luna Links. Luna Links for some seeing in the chat.
Okay, we got the cute perspective with the $5. Jaffe, Sony made $390 million investment in time exclusives, but Phil Spencer made investment into Game Pass day and date and exclusive, and then got Sony's time exclusive.
Okay,
yeah, that's about right so far. That's about right.
Thank you for spending your money to say what happened, which we know.
Shut up, Manicure.
He ain't never had a bitch with titties. Crazy Horse with the $5. Crazy Horse with the $5. It's funny how Donald Trump dub alternative facts doesn't work when Jaffe is in the room. Hey, man. Hey, you can't go against the king, man. Jaffe the king, brother.
Tell me I'm right. He won't tell me I'm right, but he'll tell that strong power.
Listen.
That is absolutely
Jaffe is the creative god of One Twisted Metal. I can't argue against that.
That's got nothing to do with it. That's game design. We're talking just debate skills, and I've heard you debate debate. I've heard you talk. You can stand fucking toe to toe with anybody. I'm just saying. I'm saying in this case,
yes,
you're just wrong as shit.
Oh, I'm capping. I'm capping. Don't worry. You know. Listen, this is my domain. I'm Cap City in here. We all know what it is. We got to keep.
He can't turn his pony off. He can't turn it off.
Listen, man. We got to have an entertaining show. We got to keep the bills coming in. Come on, Max City Entertainment with $25. I'm late. Shout out to the panel. PlayStation Mobile. Cancel games, exclusive to Gamepass, closed stores, SSD port not active at launch, $70 game, starting to sound like Xbox 2013.
They got an update coming out soon, you know what I mean? But yeah, a little bit.
Stranded Ninja Gaming with the $10. Let me ask you, Dave Jaffe, is Game Pass a threat to game design and scope? Because many PlayStation fans say there's a concern that Game Pass purposely limits the way games are developed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. My answer is not only is it not a threat, but it is going to lead to some of the coolest, best games you've ever played. Because if and again, all you have to do is look at what happened. And I understand Spotify made things really bad and Apple Music made things really bad for a lot of the earning potential of musicians. But you have had it used to be, I mean, think about it for a minute, man. Think about whenever this has happened in any other medium. You now have so many more artists. Yeah, they're not making the kind of money they used to, but you have so many more singers and songwriters that are able to get their vision out there because the barrier of entry has dropped, right? You saw it in music with subscription services. You see it on TV all the time. All of these companies are spending like crazy to get people to come to their platform so you don't unsubscribe at the end of a month. Okay, so is it possible Phil Spencer has carried the water all the way up or the ball all the way to the finish line, and then at the very end he fumbles like a stupid moron? Sure, it's possible. And what that would look like is sort of the doom and gloom that a lot of Sony people say Game Pass is going to become a wasteland of DLC and microtransactions. And my answer to that is if that happens, it'll fail spectacularly, and that's when I'll cancel. But if they go the way of what has happened when these services have come in and forced competition, you are going to see, oh shit, Kojima has now gone over to Xbox and he's doing his wild and crazy shit there. Well, Sony's got to counter that shit. They're getting Cliff Bleszinski and he's going to come make a shooter that's exclusive to PlayStation now. I mean, that's what you saw happen with Amazon and Netflix and HBO and Disney Plus. The very fact that Netflix greenlit the other day Jordan Voight Roberts, who's directing the Metal Gear movie and who previously directed Kong Skull Island, a goddamn live-action Gundam movie, is probably a direct response to the fact that HBO Max just put out goddamn Kong versus Godzilla on their service. That's what you want.
Yes,
you want this shit.
Now I'm getting turned up, as you guys.
Yep.
Johnny J with the $20. What up, Z and panel? Awesome show thus far. Appreciate you, brother. We got a Q perspective with the $5. Did Jaffe just smack the? Oh man, listen, I ain't even finna go there. I'm gonna take your money, fuck nigga. SS9 Vegeta with the $5. Made this girl squirt 8 times in 25 minutes. I'm back up. What's up, fuck nigga? Oh man, hey man, we got. Hey David, you know the chat already, man. So you already know you got this wild shit.
All I'd like to know from that guy is just how long it took him to blow it up. Did he have to take it to the gas station?
Oh man,
or did he do it of his own?
Oh man, Max City Entertainment with the $5. Jaffe is right. I love it when they fight for my dollar. I get the dub every time when it happens. Game Over HD with the $2. I'm not getting Xbox or Game Pass, nigga.
The reason why I asked that earlier question because Kratos tricked me. Kratos say, "Post, go back to PS5." I said, "Kratos, wow, what's so spectacular?" He said, "You're getting Silent Hill, Metal Gear, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, Ratchet and Clank, and launch window." I say, "What?
Yeah,
we getting all that in the launch window?"
Technically, you were, but because of COVID, I mean, that's listen. At the end of the day, Xbox launched with 0 games, so 0 new games, 0 next gen games. So
Jaffe, my last question before I let you get the hell up, buddy. I know you got to go, brother. And again, a huge shout out to my man, Johnny J, who's in the chat. Like I said, he's sponsoring this month's giveaway, brand new Xbox Series S. We're gonna be giving it away, and we're gonna have a first and a second place winner.
Oh, that's dope.
So we might do a PS5 or a Series X next month. Also, we're gonna get, and second place winner will get 2 free games of their choice.
I mean, great things about that S.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. I appreciate you,
brother.
Dog
shit.
Last question I want to ask you, Jaffe, before I let you get the hell, thank you for swinging by. 2 things. If you, what was how many years was last generation? Was it
7 years?
Is that right? 7 years?
2013 to 2020.
2020. There's no question. Sony fronts Microsoft, right?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, not saying they will win or who will win. You know what I mean? Do you think Microsoft will have, or are they suited better this generation than they were last generation, and to maybe say compete or contend for the? I don't think. I mean, because Sony's brand is so dominant. But you think they would do a better job than they did last generation? Was 5-1 or some shit like that? In the grand scheme of things,
a better job. What does that mean?
Well, they got so 40 million consoles, in Sony sold 145. Whatever they sold.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about quality of games. You're talking about.
Well, they bought a publisher.
Sales.
They got shit. They bought a publisher.
I'm just having a better generation overall.
Overall, they got. The
Look. I mean, I'm gonna. I don't care if I'm wrong, and this is a hell of a prediction, but I feel so strongly about Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
And that. Now again, I don't think
you've been consistent with that.
I think Sony could kick the shit out of Game Pass because their games are better.
Right.
But they, and if they brought that same kind of consistent quality of production to some smaller games with a frequent update on PS Plus, which they may very well be doing, I think they're going to kick the fuck out of Game Pass. But assuming everything stays the way it is now for the most part, and not much really changes between what PlayStation offers and what Xbox offers, I think Game Pass at the end of the day is going to outsell PlayStation 5.
I'm sorry. I wanted to split this with a caveat. If you had to put your money on it, right, and and from Microsoft and the developers, they got Playground, they got, of course, they bought ZeniMax. Who would you see them making a game of the year contender?
Again, I think it depends on how. Okay, so if you talk about if you talk about was Skyrim game of the year? Yeah, to a lot of people. Was it buggy? Of course.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Was it as production polished as a Naughty Dog game or even a fucking Bend, Oregon game? No, but I'm saying that, if you're saying that kind of game of the year, I think absolutely they have as much of a chance as anybody because of all the people they've acquired. And one would hope because of the what they've learned about managing so poorly on previous generation. But if you're talking about, the level of polish and production, and that's how you define game of the year, no, I don't think so. I think they are very comfortable, for my opinion, that's all it is. They are very comfortable being at worst the McDonald's of gaming, and at best kind of the Johnny Rockets of gaming. Whereas Sony right now is going, we want to be the Ruth's Chris of gaming. We want to be the Soba station in fucking Santa Monica. They want to be 4-star Michelin dining of gaming, and that's great. But I don't think Xbox has shown any indication that they want or are able to make that kind of meal. I think they're
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's fine. McDonald's makes a hell of a lot more money than Ruth's Chris.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Shout out to my brother, International Parker, with the $5.
You gonna get your legs
God of War.
to the end, ain't you?
He said God of War 2018 is the best God of War. Jaffe, respect J-Dub bootleg.
No, I'm sorry. J-Dub, no. I'm sorry. This is what I want to add. I'm sorry, I promise. This is the last one. David, I've been asking you since I met you. I don't want to year and a half to play fucking God of War. What was your thoughts about the goddamn game? This is what I really wanted to ask you while I got you here. What was your thoughts about the game?
There are a couple of very lengthy reviews up over on my channel.
I've seen them all, but I've seen them. But I watched you play through.
Yeah,
I watched me play through.
Look, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought I got asked the question. I was playing Days Gone last night on my stream, and somebody said, which do you like better, God of War 2018 or Last of Us Part 2? And, I did not love Last of Us Part 1 at all. I was like, I get it. I get why it's loved, but I don't like it. But Last of Us Part 2 or God of War, those are two of the best sort of narrative story games I have played, or not narrative. Those are some of the best games of that kind I've ever played. And God of War was just fucking fantastic. I'll tell you something else. Even though I might still work from time to time in various ways in video games, playing those two games made me go, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do what Corey does. I can't do what Neil does, and I'm totally okay with that. Because I'm like,
you're selling yourself short, bro.
No. I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying I can't make great games. That
I'm not saying that, but shit,
But
listen,
those kind of games, those kind of games for me, are just like, wow, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. But
you know why, David? It's because you know the ins and outs of a big. No. Listen, because I've heard everything he had to say on the topic. We had a conversation and everything. But back then, right, the God of War and the Twisted Metal, David Jaffe. Yeah, he was ready to go, and he was just ready to go and ready to put in that fight. He knows all the bullshit that comes with trying to live up to that fucking $500 million budget and all that shit.
But it's not really that though. It's part of that, but not really. What it really is I'm okay with this. People act like they're gonna poke at me and upset me about this, but it's like it's true. When I was totally plugged in to what gamers wanted, I had a window there where my reviews were great, our sales were great. That is not something. I mean, some people can, but that is not something I could work my way out of. I worked as hard and as passionately on Drawn to Death, which was a massive failure, as I did on God of War.
I bought it, by the way.
And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But the point being is that I was a designer of a certain kind of game for a certain time. And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay going that. I laid my, I laid my stones on the path to the future of games. And if I never get to lay another one, I've done more than most people. Fuck you.
Facts.
Facts.
So but I loved God of War, and now I love what I'm doing now on my YouTube channel, and I love the fact that that's where I want to put my energy. But let me say two things before I go, if I may.
Yes, sir.
The first one is at David Scott Jaffe. Follow me on Twitter. You'll know when I'm going live. Go to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type David Jaffe. There's a link in there. All that we do videos. We do a bunch of live streams. Tonight we're doing Pot and Popcorn. We're going to get very high. We're going to watch Speed Racer, and then right afterwards we're going to watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which I've not seen, but I hear it's so bad it's good. So we're always doing shit. We have memberships. Check that shit out. But the gabbing, the Pot and Popcorn is going to be running a little bit late tonight because I'm on this show. I'll start that up in about 30 minutes, the first movie. That's number one. Number two, okay, I know Z, you're a black guy because I can see you. Yeah. Are you guys black, the other guys?
Yeah.
I am.
But I'm the only one that can pass the brown bag test. I'm the only one that can pass the brown bag test.
Okay. The reason I ask is because I got a lot of shit since we last talked, Z, where I basically said that all white people were racist. And I said I was a racist. And I was using the definition of racism that says, and I want to get a black guy's perspective on this is why. I was using the definition of racism that said at least all white Americans are racist because you can't live in this country without benefiting, even unconsciously, from the quote, this is in quotes, the benefits of slavery and ultimately the benefits of the system that are inherently, not because people are always assholes and mean, but because inherently it's racist. The cops were built to be slave catchers. That was the beginning of what policing was, right? So when I say all white people in America are racist, I don't mean white people in America don't, although some don't. I don't mean white people in America don't like black people. I don't mean that white people in America can't change. But to say that white people don't benefit from the suffering from the suffering of the black community in America is ignorant. That's what I'm talking about. So as black men, am I wrong or am I right?
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You're right.
Yeah, that's it. You know what's crazy? Not many people will be honest
admit to that.
Admit to that because the first thing they like to say is, "Well, you had a black president." Or like you don't know what it is to drive by being black. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I hate to say, hope things will change. You know what I mean? No, like this. When those Mitch McConnells and all those assholes finally die off, and you get more progressives, then that will change. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's
exactly what he said earlier. White privilege.
It's a real thing. And hey, hold up, David. Let me make sure I'm subscribed. Make sure my membership may run up on your channel. We got a bigger one there. That's some real shit you just sit down today, brother. That's right. You got a black card. I'll just give you the black card, man. You get to drop the N-bomb.
I know white people. And what he's saying is true, because when he say unconsciously, you have white people say they're racist because they turn a blind eye to it. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know.
What do you know? We see the whole
choose not to know what I'm talking about.
My membership is still active. Let me see. Yeah, I can help it. That was some slick shit, Dave. I give you that. That was some slick shit.
Yeah. The realest shit said today. Shit.
Facts.
Why do yours say seed perks and mine say enjoying? What the hell does that mean? Something that you changed? You gotta show me to do that. It says seat perks.
Are you asking me what?
Yours says seat perks. I mean, what does that mean?
I think maybe maybe you're not subscribed, or maybe it's like
I am subscribed. It said look for membership. Now you got one for $15 here now, and you got
I have a Cult of Calypso, which is $15. I have a God of War, which is $50, and then I have the Dyke Soda Soldiers, which is $4.99. And I'll tell you something. The guys who are and the ladies who are in the God of War tier, I'm not trying to sell you on it because you don't get a gift every month, but 3 times a year I mail you something. There, and it was going to be God of War, but it can't happen. It's going to happen in the future. But the gift they're getting, it's so fucking weird that they're getting in April, is the rarest Twisted Metal collectible anybody has ever fucking seen. And I mean, it is insane. How rare, if you find somebody who collects Twisted Metal shit, sell that motherfucking thing. You can probably make at least $1,000 off this thing. So, but that said though, so I appreciate, I appreciate being a member.
Can you see the screen, David J, by chance? Let me see.
I can see, I'm looking at your screen,
Oh, well, 1 second.
I see you also doing call-ins too, Dad. You've been liking the call-ins.
All right, brother.
I love the goddamn call. I got to get through some of it, but I love it. It is, and some people hate it, and I get it, but.
Hey, see, he had AP 99.
Yeah, I know. So I'm already a member. So what I'm gonna do, good brother?
And by the way, if I may, thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much, man.
I got the God of War joint for you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Well, listen. Oh shit, you did not. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you.
We got to tell you though, I already had the black card because I like Tyler Perry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He said he watched the damn movies every Sunday.
Big facts.
Perry, but I know he's not like the black. He doesn't get you a black card. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. We gotta get together again, maybe. You want us to go?
Tyler Perry doesn't even deserve a goddamn black card unless he moves his fucking studio out of Atlanta.
Yeah,
that motherfucker doesn't deserve a black card either. So
it's a lot of drama over there in Georgia, man.
There should be. I've never seen such voter suppression. All right, fellas. If you're watching Potch Popcorn, it's going to be about 30 minutes late. I'll see you guys. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, gentlemen.
Bye, you guys.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like Kratos.
In my show, like
Kratos.
Yo, what up?
You know you can't pony like that when Jaffe on.
I know. I fuck with him every time.
Jaffe, you're right to every cookout. Call that shit like it is. You have my respect. We got another bill here.
Hey, I gotta fuck with him every time he come on the show.
Z-Face was like, this nigga Kratos just for
that. J. Chris said, Costa finally recovered from that Macho Man elbow. From crap. Welcome back, bro. What else we got here? I think I got everybody. Yeah, but that was some dope shit. I know. I was like, damn, somebody sent me the clip. Like, yo, John, about him being something about racist. And like, I like it.
Yeah, he posted he did a video and his thumbnail was David Jaffe is racist, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody flocked to his channel. You know, right? You know how to, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. So he went over there and he just kind of was explaining some stuff like that. So basically, what he just told us, that's what he talked about over on his channel. Whatever.
And they didn't get it. A lot of people didn't get it, huh?
They got it, but you know what it is. People go by that picture when you post a thumbnail or something like that. People, oh my God, you know. Yeah. And then you get them over there and you preach. You know what I'm saying? You bring some real shit to them. Then they start flocking.
People don't like to discuss race, so that's why I do the. Which we got to bring back next Friday, or maybe this Friday. Expand your mind.
Expand your mind.
That's why I do them over there. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers get the shit. Like I said, doesn't make them. Well, look. Like this. A lot of people, not to say they're insensitive or naive, because it doesn't affect them. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's just human nature. But things that affect you, of course, it's not that big of a deal. Or
AZ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're no longer on 15,000 subscribers, brother.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're at 17.
Oh, wow. I don't
17.1, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You're on your way road to 20,000 subscribers, brother. Congrats. You was on that 15 for a minute.
I was.
I go lie.
You was on that. Z was on that 15 for 4 years.
How many people subscribed? That joint wouldn't move, but
you know they be having YouTube purgatory. That's how they he said Dan Pool's about to have a field day on Jay. And again, I want to say this again, real talk. Two things. I know I got some new members today here. But for those that just joined the membership, hold on. This is this is why I do the stuff that I can't put on you. This is the membership stuff, right? And I know for the jokers that just joined the Patreon, I know Ty Kid just jumped in the link. I have stuff for the Patreon also. But we're giving away a Xbox Series S, and the way to enter, both follow me and my man Johnny J on. That's the link to the membership only. Cause some funny shit there. Follow us both on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Become a member. Follow me on Twitch. Become subscribe there. Another way. The more ways you follow and subscribe, the better the chance for you to win. And also, you can pledge to the Patreon. I think it's a little $2 to $5 or something. We're going to pick at the end of the month. And we're going to give away an Xbox Series S. For those of you that have been rocking out with the channel, all the giveaways we do here are legit. And fugazi shit. First place winner will get the Xbox Series S. Second place winner, you get 2 free games of your choice or on whatever console. Doesn't matter. Again, shout out to my man Johnny J. I'm going to drop that link right quick. Got another bill here. Z, send me that K-Megan link for subscribers. I'm fucking up the fraud. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link right here. Make sure you can follow my man Johnny J. And he said, damn, you're right. Maybe next month we make it with a PS5 or a Series X, man. Hold
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kratos.
Listen, once you do those things, if you are, let's post a picture under the same thread that you are, so I can put you in generator. But that's the link for Twitter right there.
I got it. I got to lead the open to Twitch war. I got a bone to pick what you play.
Oh, we going on Twitch wars. Hey, listen, I'm getting back right, man. I'm getting back right on that damn thing, man. They got that damn
Battlefield. That Battlefield
up to 120 frames. I'm out that bitch going dumb. Well, I'm lying. I'm mediocre. I'm getting it back though. But yeah.
Z, I played a little bit earlier.
Wait, you hopping in the match with us?
No, I was just I downloaded and I was just jumping in there to see what the 120
I do TDM. I don't do number TDM.
Yeah.
Was that on the box or the PlayStation 5?
It's 120.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Like I find it so hard to play games now that that don't have the support for the haptic feedback, bro.
It's a lot of games that don't support it, bro. Like when I'm
talking about on Xbox.
Oh no!
Hey, look, you know right now. Listen, my man said hoodie grid. He said hoodie. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Z Twitch is be going down. Yeah, I'll be having the ball. Listen, he said Vegeta 90 said hoodie grid homeless edition. Listen, man, ain't gonna be no more grid. Grid hit me with a powerful letter.
Cease and desist letter.
Yeah, Grid, this nigga tripping. Talking about somebody doxing, some other weird shit.
I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, we got some powerful alternative gonna crack him across his head. we ain't tripping. But shout out to him. I wish him nothing but the best though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But tomorrow we got the debate going on tomorrow.
Who debating tomorrow?
We got
a
surprise. We got a surprise.
Yeah. Surprise. Well, call it a surprise. That's what I'm talking about.
You
won't know until you show up.
Y'all better tune in. Y'all better tune in.
What's my man? Well, make sure I can get him. Hold up. Make sure he's still down for tomorrow.
Yay.
You can get credit.
Hey, Kratos.
Yo, what up, Post?
See, I feel like
I can't help
you myself, done to me what I did to Z.
What?
Now Z told me something behind the scenes about a certain game. And I'm gonna admit I took it for granted, and then I heard it from a strong, powerful white man. And Z had to check me like, okay, Poe. Now, when I was telling you, you let that strong, powerful white man Jaffe come up here and tell you everything I've been saying, and you like, facts, Jaffe, facts, yeah. but then you give me the hardest time.
Post, you gotta admit, Post, this man to put out games. He's a goddamn developer, right? He's a creator of God of War. Listen. That man credibility go a little more than yours, Post. You let that man more than to get her, brother.
You let that man work that white privilege on you, player.
Listen,
he was like, yeah, Jaffe, get him, Jaffe. You right, Jaffe.
Okay, this what you want, Post. This what you want. You were correct.
Thank you.
Is that all? Is that what you wanted?
Thank you. Now I'm looking for.
Now let me ask you this. How does that make Xbox great again?
It make me great again because I feel good now. Now I'm on Puerto Rock Hill because Puerto Rock got to tell me I'm right too. I'm coming after all of them. This was
all these years. Post just wanted to finally hear one time.
I was talking about this stuff 2 years ago.
Right, you was right.
2 years ago. It took 2 years for him to say. Here go Kratos. What a land! This nigga, man.
I know.
That nigga Kratos is funny.
I already know. As soon as I say that, Post gonna be like, "What?"
Hey, when you said when you said the gaming landscape has changed, I was in there.
Now you know if Jaffe wasn't there, I was never going to admit to none of that shit.
I was in my head like, what this nigga
Facts.
This jig gonna be dope for everybody though, because you're gonna have two behemoths going at it, man, doing their best.
Listen, here's the thing about it, right? Game Pass is what Microsoft is fighting with, right? They're fighting with Game Pass. Sony is fighting with big blockbuster AAA games, right? Let the best man win. Let the games go.
Either way, you got both systems, you a winner. Because no matter, you're a winner if you got both systems. You know what I'm saying? Whatever each company put out or present, then you gonna be right there in the fold in the thick of things. Go ahead.
I might do a video about that. Game Pass versus.
Hey, you took it. You might want to delete that last video you put up with that ambush journalism.
Man, that was one of my most successful. I can't do it. That was one of my most successful.
With that Jaffe came and said, everything in the article was right, and all I was thinking while you was talking was like, Kratos, you just did a video called ambush journalism.
As I should have.
Yo, bro, when I seen that notification go up, I'm like, "What this man Kratos?"
Hey, I feel like just going live and talking about it. Fuck
yeah, man, that's good, man. I went live and did a little video on it, but your headline, bro. That headline was like, "It was just." I was rolling, bro.
Listen,
I was rolling.
I had people
crazy. Real thanks for the show. Y'all keep me entertained both live and when I watch the rebroadcast. I appreciate you, brother. Right now, we about to go on Twitch and cut up again. Shit ain't over. You know what I mean? We had about 500 jokers. And if you enjoyed the show today, hit the like button. I'm going live on Twitch right now. Click the link. Come on over. Let me get my stream key. Again, for those who just joined, what you call here is the members only content again. Link
hey, SS9 Vegeta. Yes, it's on YouTube. It's JDub4U.
You can drop a link in
Bro,
there.
that boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a link for you.
Come on over to Twitch. We're gonna finish cutting up.
Just that headline alone had me say, this nigga Kratos. He said, ambush journalism trying to take down Sony.
Fact. Hey, you know I know how to bring him in. Hey, them motherfuckers is mad.
Oh man, but hey, that's the ticket though. Low key.
Yeah. Shit, we talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna be on that MLB in about 2 hours.
Oh, I ain't never played that shit before. I ain't never played, but I don't know shit.
Nah, yeah, you play it early if you got the
Jackie Robinson.
The Jackie Robinson.
I don't know shit about baseball.
If not, you gotta wait till Tuesday.
Yeah,
you listen. You ain't gotta really know about baseball, like
to learn how to play.
We'll play it, and I'll show you about it, and then you can, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna teach you.
You can go to
anyway.
You can do the home run derby and just try to knock it out the park and shit like that.
But the tutorial teach you the game, all the positions, pitching,
I'll check it out,
batting, fielding, and all that stuff.
But come on over to Twitch. We're going on live right now. Switch on over. I just dropped.